You just got moved.
We're Joe's podcast. This is a special live edition under the Average Joe's umbrella. We're going to have the All-Star Draft today. The 2016 All-Star Game is presented by Savage Apparel. They're an apparel company that are providing our All-Star shirts this year, and they're pretty great. Felix, you have one you can put up?
Yeah.
So we have 2 teams and 4 coaches, which is basically just whoever's on the exec board that's an alumni is active. So Dylan, Felix, myself, and Mike is the treasurer. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
I'm Dylan Fettig. I'm the director of league expansion, currently the coach of Grand Valley, and I'm also going to be Mike since he is coming to us from a live chat. He couldn't make the event in person.
And I'm Felix Peroni, president of the NCAA and also coach for Ohio State.
I'm Zig Maloney. I'm your director of officiating, and I'm doing stuff here. I'll be finagling all the stuff to be recording. So once we're done with this All-Star draft, we'll run through it and then release the schedule for nationals because we just kind of finished it up today. Originally it was supposed to be Wednesday, but everyone kept asking me for it, so I guess I gave in. All right. So let's go over the little bit of the All-Star Game format this year, potential format. It is up to Tyrell when we finish up because he's the director of nationals. But for right now, we're thinking about doing a little bit of Dylan's clean blocking rule as part of it, and kind of demonstrate just some of the other rules that we were proposed for the Captain's Meeting at Nationals. That'd be really fun. But it'll probably be about 15 minutes to 20 minutes of gameplay, and then I want to do gladiator matches after that. So Dylan's team will go in and pick gladiator matches, and then me and Felix will go back and pick up our gladiators, and then pit the all-stars together in a giant circle of death. I think that would be fun.
Yeah, I agree.
So let's flip a coin. I'll flip a coin using the software I have here, and I'm gonna flip it, and Felix is gonna call it.
Okay. Tails.
Okay, flip it. Tails? It's heads. You lose.
Oh, let's go.
All right, so should we introduce the team names and the jerseys?
Yeah, let's introduce the full teams along with their jerseys. So since Dylan won, we'll introduce him first.
So my team is named Siblicide Squad. It's a playoff of the Siblicide rule from the rulebook, where you hit your own player with your throw. We are going to be a blue jersey, and it looks like what Felix has in his fixture.
Wow, it's so nice.
So shiny. Like it.
Some pretty cool logos on the sleeve. We've got the Nationals logo on the right sleeve and the NCAA logo on the left, along with the sponsor logo on the back neck for Savage Apparel Company. They are the official sponsor of the NCAA All-Star Game, so we wanted to allow them to give a shout-out to themselves. So these are the Siblicide Squad team jerseys.
All right, and red team.
So the red team is Zygmus's team along with mine, and so we decided to have fun with our team name and base it off of the 2014 debacle that were the Nationals pool's names. So we are the presidential pool. I'm sorry, the Princess Pool Party at the Presidential Palace.
Jeez.
And here are your jerseys. Red. It's the exact same logo that we saw in the blue jerseys. Kind of a cool design at the bottom. They feel very nice. They're very lightweight. They're kind of the dry fit material that you're used to seeing with Under Armour. Those are your jerseys.
Nice. So,
Beautiful.
no, I think they're really great. Dylan, you had a little bit of real-time experience. So you and Bailey too, I think, in the same team at the Ultimate Dodgeball Championships. I think they're called. What are they called?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
I guess we can have Kevin introduce himself if you want.
I'm Kevin Bailey, captain for Grand Valley State and chief of content for the NCBA.
He'll be our moderator.
Yeah.
So yeah, the jerseys were super nice. The ones that we got, they were the official sponsor of the UDC, and ours was kind of plain gray on gray, but they were still really nice material. So I'm excited for these ones.
Yeah. I think it'll be really fun. As it the All-Star game tends to be.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into the first round. Let's go over how many teams we actually have in the All-Star game that are being drafted today before we get into it. Real quickly, so we got 18 teams at Nationals, and we have 22 teams in the league that are league-paying dues. We actually got 2 teams that are not coming to Nationals to be submit All-Stars, which is great because the All-Star game should basically represent everybody in the league. Even if you can't get there and compete as a big giant team, at least we can get an All-Stars. So we'll be drafting them as well at the end. Felix, you want to go through some of the teams that are here?
Yeah, absolutely. So along with the 18 teams that we have attending nationals, I'll go over in a second. We also have University of North Texas, who has submitted 2 All-Stars, and University of Nebraska-Lincoln, who has also submitted 2 All-Stars. So in order in which they registered their All-Star, we have Ohio University, Kentucky, Baldwin-Wallace, Kent State, Saginaw Valley, Akron, Grand Valley, DePaul, Central Michigan, Bowling Green, Wisconsin Platteville, James Madison, Virginia Commonwealth, Michigan State, Towson University, Penn State, Western Kentucky, and finally Ohio State University. All of these teams, including the aforementioned with Texas and Nebraska-Lincoln, will be represented in the All-Star game.
Excellent. All right, so without any further delay, let's get into the first round. So the first round we're going to go Dylan, Felix, Mike, Zig. Dylan got the first pick of the first round.
Let's go.
Suicide Squad.
With the first round of the 2016 All-Star Draft, I'm going to have to go with the reigning 2-time league MVP, 5-time All-Star, captain of Grand Valley, #1 team, etc., Kevin Bailey. Oh, man, you can't see it. There's a picture.
It's a great pick. That's all I have to say.
No, I'll get it next time.
It's all right. Remember when that happened to me in 2013?
Same exact thing, I think. Yeah.
You realize you guys could share it on your screen.
Oh yeah, he's over there too on your screen.
Yeah. All right. All right. Felix.
All right, for the, let's see, I have to look back at our name. The Princess Pool Party at Presidential Palace's first pick in the 2016 NCAA All-Star, we will be taking Jeffree Star from Ohio State University.
Jeffrey. All right, so OSU from Grand Valley. First picks.
Just Mike is telling me. 1 second. Got the pictures here too. All right, Mike is going with the OSU trend, and he is picking Josh Connor.
Oh, there we go.
There he is.
I feel like there's some better way to do that.
I don't know what's happening.
You have to do it on your computer, and then you have to share your screen.
I don't know how to do that.
All right, so
I got all the pictures on here. Stalked everyone.
That's awesome.
It looks like Ohio State is the first to go
Ohio State's
completely.
done.
Yeah, it's impressive.
let me
Must
take a
be
look
the
at
coach.
these people.
All right, Zig, you have the next pick.
All right, so Nico's still available, but I don't want to pick him. And he's so lazy. I don't want him to be on my team. That's why. He's just so lazy. He's not gonna wear the All-Star shirt.
You can just leave him. I'll pick him up next round.
No, I gotta pick him. In despite of his laziness, I will pick Nico Nodal over DePaul Nodal.
It's just Nico, I think.
Nico, what's this Nico? The Nico family. I'm gonna go and try to get him out tonight.
We all know who he is.
All right, that's mine for the second round. And I'm just gonna share this. So, to recap, Ohio State's gone. Paul and Grand Valley. Surprisingly, DePaul gets one.
Oh.
All right, so you see my screen. You can see what we have now.
Oh, there we go.
Any questions? We'll go through a couple of things. All right, Dylan, you're up.
1 moment. Okay, this is the second round now.
Let's
See,
No, it's the third round.
yeah.
I've only made 1 pick. What are you talking about?
It's AJP, dude. I know counting is hard in Michigan. But
Okay, we'll try this. I'm going to pick Kyle Foster from Saginaw Valley. He was a big reason why the Cardinals were able to win 2 games at the embassy, and hopefully he'll be healthy for nationals and he can help them push for a championship there. Wait for it.
Oh,
Hey!
that's good.
All right.
ooh, I'm gonna do different people. I'm gonna show embarrassing pictures though.
I'm happy I'm already drafted.
This is gonna be fun. All right, my turn now? All right, so while I find my next pick's most embarrassing Facebook picture, I'd like to add to our sponsor again. It's Savage Ultimate. SavageUltimate.com. We're really happy to work with these guys, especially Dan and Todd with that organization. They've been super cool, very flexible, and they really helped us out a lot. And even though we spent a little bit more than we typically do for our apparel needs for nationals, once you guys see the quality of this gear, you'll understand it's worth it. So just a huge shout out to them. Thanks a lot for everything.
Yeah, put their logo up. Definitely check out their website. I think it's savageultimate.com.
That's correct.
Yeah. they're doing some pretty cool stuff. So we're excited to possibly have something going next season. But definitely for this event, it's going to be great.
Yeah, they as you said, they sponsored the Ultimate Dodgeball, and then along with all of us getting free, jerseys and shorts at that event, they also had a bunch of cool gear, like jackets and other stuff like that. They had for sale, so that could be in the future for the NCDA, and I think that'd be a really good step in the right direction for our league.
All right. So, how do I share my screen?
Top
It's
left.
green. It's the green on the left.
Perfect. All right. So for our pick for the Princess Pool Party, we'll choose Colin O'Brien from Michigan State University. I'm very excited to have him on our team. He's a great player. And here's a nice picture of him being hugged by a man in the sky, which I can only imagine is his biggest fan. And you see right here, it looks a little bit dark, as if we had urinated. So, no, but seriously, Colin's a great player all around. He's done a lot with Michigan State's team this year, and I'm really excited for where their program is going. So, very well deserved to go this high in the draft. And the best team on the luck at nationals.
So Mike, we'll check out the board every couple rounds.
We could do it
Wait
before
around
Mike's pick to maybe give him an extra second to let me
Yeah.
know.
Alright, that's good.
That's fair. So I don't get to coach Dylan up. I'm just here for commentary only.
No. You could do it on the court while you're throwing at him. That'd be fun.
That is the dream. Hit Dylan in the head while playing.
All right, so I shared my screen and I put up Savage. So there's a little Savage logo.
Nice.
But right now we have Kevin Bailey, Josh Connor, Kyle Foster of Single Side Squad, Jeff Starr, and Colin School Party. And Mike's pick.
Yeah, I got it. Side Squad drafts Mitchell Aldridge. He's a player from Kent State, and he's been around for a couple years now. And he's a great all-around player, and he apparently likes his back photographed. Two same pictures here.
That's a good pick.
Welcome to the squad.
I expected he would get picked a little later because people would forget about him, but that's a good pick. I think he's deserving of top 10 probably.
Good attitude, usually. A lot of fun. Traditional. All right, so you guys have not picked any of the players I think I should pick. You could tell I'm going to be different. No, but I really, so I'm going to go with Mike Riley from CMU. Because CMU did a lot of work this year. They're solid second in the standings. They were first for a long time in trade Grand Valley and Michigan State. I'm going to snap him up because I think he's going to do well. I don't know. A lot of the players I think do well don't. But no, we'll have some fun. He's now in the Princess Pool Party. Welcome. All right, Dylan, you're up.
Okay. I actually need to grab this guy right now because I think he might be criminally underdrafted already. So I'm going to go with Doug Schilling from JMU. He was absolutely ridiculous when we went down to Maryland. He basically won the overtime match against MSU, and we had to tell our team to stop throwing at him because he would just catch everything.
Quality choice. Should have been top 5 probably.
Yeah. Probably number 1, to be honest.
Hey. I wouldn't have argued with you, I guess. He's my teammate now, so I can't bash him, I guess. First JMU person off the board, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Alright.
I'm going to... All right, let's check out the board while we wait for Mike.
Are we in the 5th round still?
This is the start of the 6th round.
Well, Zig already shared my pick on accident.
Yeah. It's there.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and my pick, which is Josh Hicks from Western Kentucky. I can't find an embarrassing picture of this kid. He's too good looking. I'd say, Dylan, he might be taking your place as the most beautiful man on the league.
Come on.
Sorry. But he's on the right. I don't know who this joker is on the left, but on the right,
He is
Josh
beautiful.
from Western Kentucky.
It's beautiful.
He's a solid player all around. I'm very excited that he's one of the leaders of Western Kentucky, my alma mater.
All right.
All right, we're ready. Mike, with his pick, is going to choose Nick Johnson. He was the director of nationals last year. He's a great leader for Western Kentucky. And this is what you might be used to seeing him more often. Just kidding. He's a great player, and we're glad to have him on the team.
2 straight WKU players, too.
They're off the board.
Yeah. Second team off the board fully.
Yep.
I'm going to add to that and choose my favorite player because I like that ham. Tyler Hamilton to polygon. That'll do too well off the board just because you guys are talking about finishing teams off. I got to finish off DePaul. So there you go.
Fair
Tyler
enough.
Hamilton, the ham, Theseus, all around great guy. He's really funny. That's my pick.
All right, is it me?
Dylan, you're up.
That'd be you.
I guess I'll follow the trend and pick him up before someone else does. He's probably also should have been drafted much higher, but I know you guys don't really like Grand Valley, so I let him hang for a while. I'm going with Austin Morley. He's assistant captain for the squad. This is his second time being an all-star. And here's when he used to have really long hair and needed to wear a hair tie.
That was a while ago, right?
It was
Right,
a year and a half.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess I don't know what I'm doing.
Good pick, Dylan.
Thanks.
Good pick, Coach.
He's decent.
Felix?
So for this round, I'm going to go ahead and go with Logan Baird from Kent State to take them off the board. Nice little pick from him. A few years ago.
A few.
But he's probably one of the most agile players I've ever seen in the game. His body moves in really strange ways, but he's very light on his feet and has a powerful throw, and I've seen him make some very, very close catches. So, excellent player. Probably could have gone higher, but I guess we've said that about everyone.
They didn't say that about me.
Well,
All right, so
You can go lower.
there you go. Last couple picks: Nick Johnson, Tyler Hamilton, Austin Morley. What? Logan Bayard. Bayard? I'm just gonna do the worst possible rendition that you could ever have. Bayard. Bayard. All right, Mike. Who's he have?
Well, I was trying to find a picture of him, but I don't have him on Facebook, and I can't find him on Facebook. So it looks like he is going to pick up Jeff Schwartz. I believe he's from Penn State. Is that right? Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, he's a large from Penn State.
He's a large from Penn State. We don't know much about you. I haven't seen any games with you guys. But apparently Mike knows you're good.
Yeah, I mean, Penn State did a great job last year. They only got to play 3 games this year, which is a little disappointing. But I gotta take my blessings because a lot of people played a lot of games. So,
Yeah.
but I'm excited to see Penn State play, or just whoever they bring, and because they always have a good attitude and have a lot of fun on the court and do pretty well and play together pretty much.
They also turn in all their paperwork on time, which is awesome.
Yes. All right, so that's me. Maybe I can bring. Let me see. All right, so be honest, Mike kind of stole my move. I wanted to go with Penn State because I really like them. I'm gonna go with Dominic Cipher from Wisconsin Platteville. He's a really great guy. The whole Wisconsin Platteville team is actually pretty fun. I went up to when Nebraska and DePaul went out there. I went up. Me and Mike went to go play with them, and officiate. And it was a really cool game, and they had some really cool players. Big throwers, not really big catching team, but I'll have him on my team. Dominic Cipher. He's an XL. If you guys want to know what his sizes are. I couldn't find him on Facebook. I couldn't find anybody on Facebook except for Nico. But anyways, Dylan, you're up.
Okay, I think I gotta clear out Central Michigan and go with Shane Willett. He is turning out to be a great catcher. He actually played against me in a charity tournament this last weekend, and he caught me from like 15 feet away when I threw as hard as I could. So I'll give him props for that and put him on the Siblicide squad.
Strong choice.
Alright, I guess it's my choice now. I'm glad you guys didn't choose who I picked, because I've been searching their Facebook for embarrassing photos. God, I'm trying to find something. This kid's a joke. Alright, well, anyways, I can't find anything embarrassing, so I'll just go with this. But I am going to choose John Shaw from Towson University as my pick. Not even really a good quality picture, but solid player. I think this is his last year. But great player, very
the
involved.
yellow Towson camel.
Yeah. which I've never seen yellow camo before, but it's good, I guess.
I don't know what they're trying to blend in with, but
But he's very involved in the team, very dedicated to the game, and so lucky to have him on our squad. It's just pool party.
yeah, John's great. John's great. All right, so we'll look at last couple picks while Mike prepares. All right, so there we go. Jeff Schwartz, Dominic Cypher, Shane Willette, and John Shaw.
All right, I can't find him on Facebook either. Mike's next pick goes to Joshua Lyons. He is a medium from Akron. I've also not seen this team play either, so I don't have much to say about him. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna. I don't know what to do. I'm just choosing people that I can't find on Facebook. So I don't have to look it up. No, but so this player's been in the league for a couple bit. I think he's a former All-Star, to be honest. From UK, I'm going to go with Drew Greenwald. Is that correct?
I'm not sure if he's been an All-Star, but he's excellent at catching. Very good.
Yeah, but that's what I remember him being a great player and doing things. But I'm gonna force him to wear red. I'm gonna force him to wear red and be in the Princess Pool Party. Trying to party.
Sorry for him.
Dylan, you're up.
I'm going to. Is this? Might be the last Michigan player. I think. No. Second to last Michigan player. I am going to go with Joe McCumber from Saginaw Valley. He's got a disgusting left hand throw. Comes in at you and whoops across and hits you in the feet. So watch out for that, princesses.
Princesses.
I like his shorts in those pictures too.
Yeah.
All right, so we're now in the last pick of the 11th round of the 2016 NCAA All-Star Draft. In case you're just joining us recently, our sponsor for this event is Savage Apparel Company. They will be supplying the jerseys, and so for the Princess Pool Party, we would like to choose Alex Zajac from Michigan State to be wearing the All-Star jersey, or red, for the Princess Pool Party. So, Alex is a great player. I thought he would go a lot sooner, and I meant to pick him earlier, but for some reason I wasn't paying attention. I was probably just trying to look for embarrassing pictures of Logan Baird. Missed him. But, great player for Michigan State. Definitely a pivotal point in their success this year. So, welcome aboard. You're now a princess.
All right, so I'm gonna share our things so we can see what's going on. We'll wait for Mike in his secret bunker somewhere. Oh my god. Okay, they finally shared it. All right, so there we go. First, last couple rounds, round 10 and 11. Let's we'll do a recap after the next one. All right, we're almost done.
Right.
How much we got? We got 20 rounds total. We're almost good. We're almost there. Halfway through.
All right, I think I'm ready. Mike has picked Kyle Smart from Ohio University. He has been a big help in starting their club this year and getting to, I think they played 25 games, so that's really exciting. And here's him looking beautiful, staring you down. Welcome to the squad, Kyle.
He's an awesome player. They came to the Ohio State tournament last weekend, and it's really tough to choose between Kyle and Caleb, who's their best player. But he's a very, very strong player. He picked up the game very quickly, from what I understand. He's good throwing. He makes a lot of smart decisions, and he made several clutch catches against Kentucky when they were playing them. So you got a good choice on that one.
All right, so I can't find this guy on Facebook. I don't because I'm older than you guys. I don't have all the. They didn't friend me. So I'm older. Calling me my friend. But I'm gonna go with Sam, the hot flamethrower Lemmy.
It's a good name.
Lemmy. This is a different. I'm just gonna. No, it's Lammy. So what that hot flamethrower is, Shadid talking about him. So we're just gonna go with him on it.
Nice.
Oh, I did see that.
No, BCU's done a lot of work. Most notably, there are a couple upset games in the past couple rounds that they played in.
Yeah.
They actually beat the series, so right? I don't know. I forgot what it was, but when they went into this last weekend of events, they were tied up with Maryland. So I think they beat them in overtime, right?
I think they did win.
Yeah. So that was the overtime clincher to win this season series between the two matches. So that should be good.
Nice.
I'm glad to have him part. Maybe I'll throw him in Gladiator. See how he does. See how he heats up the ring. All right, Dylan, you're up.
I'm going to go with Bowling Green, the host school, and pick Jacob Triplett. He's been on the team for a while. He's got a really strong throw. He's one of their faster paced players. Strong leadership, everything good. So
He also helped prepare our sponsor, Pisanello's Pizza, for lunch. He'll be the official food provider of Nationals 2016. But he works for Pisanello's, and he was able to get us that connection and the extreme discount that we got. So huge shout out to him on that front too.
Nice.
I don't have my. If you should have told me, I would have put the logo up.
Well, I'm sorry.
The logo they gave us was teeny tiny, so like it doesn't work for much. But I haven't given them anything. But anyways.
I could buy you some time by mentioning our sponsors. But again, we have Savage Ultimate as the official sponsor of the 2016 NCDA All-Star Match, and Pisanello's Pizza will also be a sponsor. We are naming. We'll talk about this a little bit later, but I'll go ahead and disclose this now. But Savage Ultimate, for their generous sponsorship, is also getting a court named after them at Nationals this year. So if you're playing on, I think it's the second and third court this year, you'll be playing on the Savage Apparel Company.
Court B.
Court B.
Because it'll be the show court where the All-Star game is being held as well.
all right.
Cool. It basically goes to A, B, C, D, and then D is a multi-purpose court. But we'll get to that after the end of the thing.
All right, so my picks, sticking with the Bowling Green theme, I'm going to take the other Bowling Green player, Tyler Broyles. And I have a lovely picture of him. and he's a power thrower on their squad. He's been there for a while, if I remember correctly, and I think he's going to do very well this year and help Bowling Green in their shock value this year. I think they'll turn some heads.
Okay, we got Mike's pick. We'll skip the round. And
We do. I'm stalking. All right. Mike is going to select man from VCU, Matthew Bosco. Also have not seen this team either, but he looks like he has a mean backhand swing with his tennis racket, so I'm confident in his arm.
I think they call him the Maryland Destroyer. Or at least Shadid does. Shout out to Shadid. He's one of probably 3 people watching today. Because we had a head start.
10 viewers.
There's 10 people?
9. We just lost one because you said that.
Oh. It's Shadid shutting off. Oh, they mentioned me. Why? Alright. Alright. I've been not paying attention. I don't know what I'm doing.
We just picked Matthew Bosco. Mike picked Matthew Bosco.
Alright, so I'm going to go with another unconventional choice. Because you guys are sticks in the mud. I'm going to go with Nick Albanese from Baldwin Wallace University. He's a large. And I don't know, his athletic number is 18. And I can't find him on my Facebook because, again, I'm really old. But anyways, Nick Albanese. There you go.
I'm next. I am going to pick the JMU second player, Tanner Weaver. I got to watch him play a couple weekends ago, and he's a great player for them, all-around player. This is him, number 3, here jumping. And this is the rest of his team, just kind of laughing at him being hung out to dry. So I don't think we'll do that to you, Tanner.
I think he should have been drafted earlier.
Absolutely.
That's a steal.
All right, I will choose. Well, let's see who's left. I'll take Zach Howman from Ohio University. I don't think he was at the last tournament, but I remember him from earlier this season. He definitely showed some promise. Based on his Facebook, there's like 2 pictures, but it looks like he might be a sophomore, so he definitely has room to grow. So it's good if he sticks with it.
All right, so let's do a small recap. Here's your first round, or first couple rounds. Round 6 through 10.
Why you all dressed up?
And the latest ones.
In like a live video chat.
Oh.
Bailey things. Or why we let you in. Alright, so we're now at round 15. We have a couple more rounds to go. So
Who's the last person picked?
Zach Howman.
30th pick.
Correct.
Yes.
Cool. All right. Live tweeting. I'm back up to speed.
Oh yeah, we'll check out. Oh, okay, so Kevin Bailey is live tweeting from the NCDA account.
We're starting to get some interactions back with us.
What's our?
It's always good.
I don't Twitter, but what's our Twitter username or handle or whatever it's called?
At
Our what?
NCAA Dodgeball.
Like, what is he talking about?
It's
I have
NCAA
no idea.
Dodgeball, just like all
I
our
don't
other
Twitter,
stuff.
so I don't know anything
Don't
about it.
Twitter.
Well, that's a poor choice on your part. You're missing out.
I doubt it.
It's okay.
All right, we got mics.
Right? Oh, yes, right. He has submitted. He is choosing CJ Hoke from Baldwin Wallace. Also couldn't find him on Facebook, but he was their All-Star player #1. So if that means anything to you, wears a large size. He's probably really good.
Yeah, a lot of people were. A lot of people did votes for their All-Star choosings. So as part of a team vote, I know DePaul did a vote. Some people just chose them without a vote, which is weird. But you could do whatever you want.
Right.
DePaul's traditionally done like preferential voting is what we do in the NCAA too. So
Yeah.
you'll rank your ballot and you'll be like, oh, I'm gonna choose this guy first, and then this guy I'm gonna have a second preference and a third preference. It's an interesting thing if you had a lot of people going into the draft.
Right.
All right, so I'm gonna finish off Wisconsin Platteville and go with Dan Van Asten. Another great player. Another cool guy. They're all cool. We're all cool over here west of the.
I think it's Drew Van Asten.
Drew. Oh yeah, Drew. Did I say Dan?
Yeah.
Alright, that's okay. I didn't say Dan. I said Drew. You didn't hear me. I'll edit it out. It's a live show, but I'll edit it.
He's probably watching right now live and crying.
Yeah, the viewers dropped from 9 to 8. Oh, they dropped to 11 to 10. Somebody's saying, oh, you're talking crap about me. Oh, 11 to 12. Oh my god. Alright. Dylan, you're up.
Okay. Each round that's been passing, I've actually been laughing a little on the inside because you guys don't know who this is, but I'm going to go with Joe Redone from Towson.
That's a great pick.
He is an absolute monster. My team was there warming up, and he was just blasting balls against the wall. He's a freshman, I believe, and
He is.
I don't know how hard he throws, but I'm going to pick him for winning the fastest arm competition.
Where's that kid on the left?
He's right here. He's a beast.
I'm just happy he's on my team so I don't have to die.
Yeah. He got hit in the face two times within 5 minutes against JMU and just walked it off and said, "What? That didn't hurt." Like,
Well. All right. For my last pick, draft. These Eagles still have one more for the Princess Pool Party, but for my last pick of the draft, I'm going to go with Robert Cameron from Penn State. I really don't know a lot about Penn State, but I'm excited to see them play. The tournament that they did show up to at James Madison, I think it was earlier this year. They definitely turned some heads by beating Penn State 5-0 and doing well against the other opponents there. So that'll be good.
Alright, so I'll share my screen. See the last couple picks here. There you go. Dan Van Asten. CJ Hook. Okay, there you go.
we are ready with Mike's pick. He has picked Jonathan Seifert from Akron. I believe. Akron, yep. This is him here, not the gold man, but we are going to win gold as Team Siblicide, so.
So we're down to Mr. Irrelevant, or not yet?
No, well, technically, I guess, but we still have the non-representing teams, or the non-attending teams.
So can I name this person Mr. Irrelevant in the live tweets? That's the question.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
36th pick.
All right, so this guy is Colin Hyatt, Hiatt. The last pick of the draft, only because we had to push the other team.
Yeah. From what school?
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
He's actually a very good player. I watched them play this weekend when they came up to the OSU tournament, and he's actually a very good player. I think it's just because people don't know his name, but he definitely could have
the trouble
around.
All right, so I'm looking at the sizes here, and to make fun of Nico even more, he's the only small in the entire list of jerseys, and he won't even wear that jersey. So it's the small weight, the one outline that's going to be wasted.
Oh, Nico.
No way.
All right, so let's do so we got Nebraska, Lincoln, and North Texas. North Texas was actually couldn't play a game this season because it's tough out there. It's tough to drive. But they did pay dues, so we're really grateful for that, and they were able to submit all-stars. So I'm incredibly proud that they were able to, respond to that little thing. So Dylan, do you have a pick out of those two?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Harrison McMinn. I believe he's been our primary contact with Nebraska and one of their leadership. So he
Definitely
gets
one of their leadership. Cool guy.
Yeah, he gets the first pick of the whatever round we're calling this.
Honorary
pick.
Yeah.
Okay, I have my pick, and I'm gonna pick. I can't pronounce his name, so I'm gonna pick Dokrafong Domsul from. I think he's from North Texas. Yeah, from North Texas. So I know I didn't say that correctly, but he actually wanted to purchase a jersey, so we actually ordered a different one for him, and he's purchasing a jersey because he was very excited about participating. And I think I'm going to mess this up, so I'm not going to say it right now. I'll come back to it a little bit later. He sent a whole bio for himself, and so did the other player from North Texas.
Yeah, which was actually really nice.
Yeah.
They responded back. Because it's tough. Like if we're from an outlying team, or like any team that's not around like Michigan, because Michigan has a great presence on the content team, and even DePaul lost its content guy. Towson, Sean was busy doing work life, so we lost a little bit of that. So it was a general call. Like if you ever want to write an article, you're around the league, just write something, and I'll put it up because we all want to read it. Wes Peters, because he has nothing else to do. He's a consumer, the great consumer.
We got one from Shadid. It's going to be posted hopefully tonight at some point.
Nice.
They sent me an article, so after we're done here, I'll put that up online.
Well, good.
We have Mike's last.
Yes, he is going to pick. Can you hear me? You guys are frozen.
Yeah.
He's going to pick Matt Gregory.
Gregory, I think.
Gregory. Since him and that
I guess that
guy.
was,
Gregory.
Gregory. Yeah, okay. That's fair.
all right, and then I'll cap off with Spencer Beavers. Beavers? Bears. Okay, so that'll cut off our All-Star game presented by Savage Ultimate Sports. Let me share them again. Share the logo. Oh, I closed everything.
Um,
All right.
really quickly from North Texas, my pick Chakrapong Udomsilp, which again I'm not saying correctly. He's actually from Thailand. And,
Oh wow.
So let's see. His bio that he sent in, he said he grew up in Thailand. Now he's chasing his dreams in America, enjoying playing dodgeball, soccer, and exercising regularly. God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy. That's what he wanted to add.
All right.
And then Spencer Bevers, also from North Texas, submitted something. He's a senior, majoring in biology and about to start medical school. And his hobbies include studying and playing dodgeball.
The life.
Nice.
Want to give him a big
I know. I'm really a big shout out to those guys for actually, submitting a nice little bio for them.
Yeah.
So we could put in a news article and stuff.
For sure.
Okay, so now that we have this giant list, I'll just run through it real quickly again. But Bailey will probably post a thing later on. All right, so let's start at the top. Savage Apparel Company, 2016 All-Star Game presented by Savage Apparel. Princess Pool Party is your red team. Simplified Squad is your blue team.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not going to read these through, but I'm going to put them on the screen. There's 1 through 5.
Should we do some quick analysis of the teams?
Princess Party's kind of wreck. That's all it is.
Get wrecked.
I disagree.
Solid mathematical analysis that I'll put forward to. My statistics say that we're going to win.
See? Math. Ooh.
6 through 11. Some good players here. I'm excited to see. You guys better get ready for one-on-one gladiator, the giant circle of death. All the all-stars are gonna form a circle, and then we're all gonna do.
Should we throw up the unis one more time?
Yeah. Let's show them the uniforms.
I can do
We
that.
do the beginning. We do the beginning, but now we have
We got
8
some
times
new
as many viewers.
Alright, so I've spent the whole weekend folding and sorting t-shirts, so they're all in bags all around my apartment. But for the Princess Pool Party, again, we have the Savage Apparel All-Star jerseys from the bottom up. They're pretty sweet. They're nice, I'd say cherry red. And then we've got on the right sleeve the Nationals logo. On the left sleeve we have the NCDA logo. And on the back we have the Savage Apparel logo. And so they're really soft material and they don't wrinkle, which is awesome. But hey guys, remember to machine wash cold with light colors. Do not bleach. And you have to dry this on a line, so sorry for the responsibility, but it's time for people to become adults.
No, yeah, these are great examples for each team to bring back to their teams and see what Savage can do for you.
No doubt.
Some
Should be some
solid
good all-star
examples
jerseys.
people could touch. And go, ooh.
Yeah. Here's Siblicide Squad jersey. Kind of trashy, but it got
Oh, I think they look good.
But no, pretty much the exact same design, just switch the colors, red and blue. So no, they both look really great. Very handsome looking jerseys.
All right. So that's good. That was fun. So to recap it, we'll have 15, 20 minutes of the All-Star game. We'll try to throw some rules that we have under proposed for the captain's meeting. So like clean blocking, dirty blocking. Dirty blocking is our current. Clean blocking is a new one. Maybe some other stuff. Maybe a best of set. I don't know. It depends on if people actually play to win. It'll be fun no matter what. And then maybe we'll throw some gladiator in.
One thing I would like to mention, I was going through my old Facebook messages trying to find the player profiles from North Texas, and I forgot that that University of Virginia actually did submit 2 All-Stars at a later date, past the cutoff point, but they still wanted them recognized, so I completely forgot, and I take responsibility for that. But Jeremy Shaw from Virginia, who used to play at Kent State, he's now studying something to do with like AIDS research or something like that. Something very impressive at University of Virginia.
Yeah, he's a graduate.
Yeah, he helped start their team there. And then also AJ Getter is their other star, so I wanted to give him a shout out.
Speaking of shout-outs, I have to give a shout-out to James Reyes. He's been tweeting at the NCDA Dodgeball Twitter account tirelessly trying to get a shout-out. So there you go, James. Keep being one of our 10 viewers.
Yeah.
Dedicated fan.
They just wanted to see the
How many viewers are we at, actually?
9.
9.
11? Oh, 11. Somebody closed back in. Tried to boost the viewer. Now it's 10.
Well, I think we're going to get some more once we get to the schedule. So.
Yeah, I think we're coming up on the schedule. Felix, do you have any general stuff? I have a bunch of stuff about the schedule, but I don't know. You can start.
I think we should take a break and come back to the schedule, just so that way, hey, this could be 2 different videos.
Sure.
Also,
can't hear him.
Is that a washer?
A train? Choo-choo?
So, yeah. I will, I think we should just go ahead and cut this for now. But Jacob,
I don't know if I can start it again.
I think we should keep it going and just start in a few minutes with the schedule then.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't want to take too long of a break, but at least 5 minutes.
Okay,
So I can do
I'm gonna put up the Savage logo.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I don't know about animals. Yeah.
Some tunes. Elevator music. We have that.
Well, in the most professional way possible, I want to let you guys know I'm going to the bathroom, so be right back.
Same.
All right. 3-minute break.
Welcome back, Dylan.
I'm back too.
Ready to start the schedule?
We're
Kevin,
still
you seem to have frozen.
What's up?
Said you seem to have frozen.
Still? It's weird.
We're also still very live, so
Okay.
careful what you say.
Can't be anything worse than Princess Pool Party.
Hey,
Oh, man. That is very true.
Kevin gone.
Kevin's gone.
Yeah, it's just quiet now. Alright, we started with the schedule portion. Alright, cool. That would be louder. Just wait like half hour.
is there a way we can see comments for this?
See what?
Comments?
Good idea.
Cause,
You guys see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
Alright, cool.
Oh. Lesky's saying that he sent in a question. He wants it answered.
I would love to see that,
I can't find it.
especially from him.
It'd be the Q&A, and I have to do it, but I can't see it.
Q&A.
It didn't. I don't see any questions here.
I can see it.
Is it just me, or does Kevin Bailey wear the same shirt and tie on every live podcast? Sorry, I have real job interviews coming up, so I'm not using my A-team tie and shirt, so settle down.
Yeah. He sweats too much to wear something more than 5 minutes.
Also that.
Remember last year when you had the 9 sticks of deodorant?
I've got them if you want me to show the rest of the world. America, do you want to see? No. You guys can see this, though. Post it up in my room.
That is pretty cool.
I also got the trophy down here, but that's not for your eyes to see. Lasky, I'm talking to you. Lasky got me fired up. We're going to start taking shots now.
What?
Anyway, you guys ready?
Yeah.
It's past my bedtime already.
All right. So, Felix, do you have any stuff to start off with? I have a bunch of stuff related to Cube and how it works.
You know what? You go for it, and then I will say what I need to afterwards if I feel like you missed something, which I don't think I will have to.
Okay. So, the general time, well, the Perry Fieldhouse that we're host at Bowling Green State. It's a giant 4-court venue with a big track around the center. Curtains separate each court, and then the other side we don't have access to, which is a giant football field, full-length football field. And it's actually a pretty cool place. We're gonna be the only ones in there. It's not like a sort of student athletic center like the RPAC would be for OSU or something like that. It's a dedicated space that you rent out. That happens to be pretty nice. I think they just did a rebuild on it, if I'm correct. But
Yeah.
There's 3 courts that are hardwood and one's multi-purpose. We'll just release the names of the court right now on our release show. Court A, we go by ABDC, ABCD. Court A is going to be Mike Young's. We named it after Mike Young's. He did a lot of. He's actually one of the first record keepers of the NCDA. Way back when, like 2009. I started taking good records in 2011, 2010-2011 season. But Mike Young's has a lot of his records that predate that. It's all due to him. He played for Michigan State as well as Michigan Dodgeball and Michigan State Ultimate. He still does that. I don't know if he'll be there, but he won't be there. Court B is our Savage Ultimate Apparel court, or Savage Apparel Company court. That'll be your show court for the All-Star Game, ladies match. Finals will be on that court.
Which court?
Court B, Savage Ultimate Apparel. Court C is named after our little food sponsor. That's Paisanelos Pizza. It's a local chain. They have a local location just outside of the campus of Bowling Green, and we're getting our pizza from there, and it's going to be delicious. I'm excited.
I'm excited for that.
Yelp reviews are very popular. Excited.
And then our last court is named after an illustrious member of the NCDA who was also played for Saginaw State Valley. And that is the Jason Stein court on Court D.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Is that because it's the worst court, or?
No, maybe. I don't know. Maybe. No, it's not because it's the worst court. It's because everybody's going to hate that court.
Okay, that's fair.
Because Court D is the multi-purpose court.
Wait, what's the official title of it?
Jason Stein.
The Jason Stein court.
Oh,
You can come up with a different sign. But I don't know.
That's absolutely hilarious.
He's gonna love it.
I know. I hope he's there. And he could take a picture on his court. All right, so those are your four court names. 2 sponsors and 2 illustrious members of the old league. Almost when it was the Michigan Dodgeball Conference. Or no, wait, Midwest Dodgeball Conference. So all right, that took way too long. I should have dragged it out. Anyways, so because we have so little time on the courts, it goes from 8 to 6. We have to do a lot of shortcuts that are within the rulebook, but are weird for your average nationals. But we'll be able to make all our time. So it's going to be queued matches. So like the first queue will have the scheduled people, and then the next queue, so the second queue, will have those teams on deck. So those teams have to be on the court when that first round is being played. Those second queue teams have to be on the court while the first court teams are playing. They will also help staff the event. They'll be manning live stream cameras as necessary, also providing refs, stuff like that. But they have to be on that court because once the match finishes up, 3 minutes start, 3 to 5 minutes elapse, and then another match starts. It's queued matches, so one after the other we'll force it out.
Zig and I will be in charge of queuing up the games. So I'll be taking rounds 1, 2, 3, and 7, and Zig will be taking care of rounds 4, 5, and 6. So we'll be policing this and making sure this happens. Just because we have a hard out at 6 o'clock, we have to be done with all of our games at 6 o'clock.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's plenty of room to warm up on the side to get a whole track area and stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that'll be the challenge of this event, but we can do it. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. So 8 a.m. doors open to the Perry Fieldhouse, and then we'll get teams checked in. In the foyer, Felix will have bags of shirts and jerseys, so each team captain can pick it up. Everything's sorted out very nicely because Felix spent his life waiting for this whole purpose. 9 a.m. we'll start the ladies' match, which will be this logo. Oh, it won't be on that logo because I closed it. It doesn't matter. I showed it. It was on during the break. It's pretty cool. It's kind of light gray and black.
We have some new Q&A questions.
I can't see them. They're not on my.
Some new comments. James Reyes says, I understand the importance of these court names and such, but can we just release the schedule?
No.
It's terrible. He goes to Grand Valley, so just another reason to hate Grand Valley. I'm sorry.
I'm just going to take even more time now.
There you go. That's what he deserves. Keep it up.
I was like literally okay. So we'll play the ladies match they'll get 25 minutes or so.
Always exciting to watch.
Yeah, it'll be a fully officiated game. There'll be shot clocks and everything, and it'll probably be similar to years past where we did. I don't know. It'll be similar in the years past, but it'll be a officiated match. I will start the All-Star game. We'll start getting people together, and a hard start at 9:30 for the All-Stars, which will last. We've got enough time for about 35 minutes until the league picture. And the league picture is up 10:05. So once the All-Star game festivities are complete, we'll do that. Share my screen real quick so you guys can check it out.
Don't release the schedule.
These are all Court B, the Savage. Yeah, it's even better when you look at it on the schedule. Did I spell his name right? Yeah, I did. Anyways, so 10:15, we'll aim to start the first queue. Obviously, will be very, very intense. A consequence of using this that I think I haven't brought up was we have to have 20-minute match halves. So each game will be 45 minutes of dedicated time, and our officials will be getting that together. So no ball violations are not a timeout. We'll be flipping it over as fast as possible. Between points, there won't be much of a break. There shouldn't be in reality, but we'll try to get these games done in under an hour to hour 5 minutes, ideally. So let's go over the first court. I'm just gonna go through one round so it makes it faster.
Nice.
Court A, Central versus Towson. Saginaw versus Western Kentucky. MSU versus PSU, which is Penn State versus Michigan State. And JMU versus DePaul. Any light commentary? I'll give you like a minute to 2 minutes between each round, so we can talk. Because there's going to be another thing on Wednesday, right, Bailey?
Yeah, we're going to do a podcast on Wednesday. Captains from most of the regions in the league, I think there's going to be at least one captain, and we're just going to be discussing the schedule that is getting posted right now, obviously. We'll just go through some predictions, what we think is going to happen. So as of right now, I know it's me and then a couple other captains from Michigan. We got some from the East Coast, and then we've got someone from UWP and someone from Ohio State as well. So widely represented.
Okay. Felix, you want to go over a quick rundown of how teams chose their opponents this year?
Yeah, so
That's a good point.
Per policy with the NCAA bylaws, and this is something that everyone voted on, I have documentation, but every team is guaranteed at least one game against an opponent they haven't played in the 2015-2016 season, one game that they request, and a game against a evenly matched opponent. And when I say evenly matched opponent, it means that they are within one standard deviation of their rank. So this took about, I think, a total of 18 hours of plugging and chugging and trying to figure out who gets what, trying to make sure everyone has an even schedule. If anybody wants to see all that madness, I'm happy to share it. But there are 42 lines of trading between 2 to 4 teams.
We do have a behind the madness sheet that we'll share later.
Yeah.
But and it's once we post this to the public knowledge, you can kind of see how we did it. It's almost the same as we did last year. Well, exactly the same. It's just trading different teams.
We had such positive feedback last year from everyone's schedule that we decided to do the exact same thing again this year, and everyone voted on it. Captain, I think the vote won unanimously. I don't think anybody voted against the way that Nationals was formatted.
There was no commentary on how Nationals was defined in the thing, so that's. If you don't complain publicly, we just take everything as great. So
yeah.
All right, we got a quick question from Nathan Ward. He says, "I might have missed it, but what happens in the case of an overtime?" I think he's talking about with the time constraints. Well, we'll still play overtime, obviously.
Yeah, we'll definitely still play overtime. Yeah. There's nothing there.
Plus, overtime's usually pretty quick with a 6-on-6, so we'll just get it going quick, and then in between games, we'll just have to be faster if we get behind schedule.
Yeah,
but
we're
still playing out every game.
It's built a little bit in the schedule because the whole process of queue judging is it just goes one after another.
Yep.
And in general, it floats together and kind of finishes up at the same time.
Yeah.
We have enough time between each match because each match is going to be at least 45 minutes, probably like 55 minutes in reality. So that's a lot of time to flexible and be judged together. So
yeah,
we'll go to the second round. Second Q, we're calling it.
So in that first round, I think the most interesting game will be Central against Towson. But other than that, I think each of those games is going to be handily won by the higher ranked team.
Yeah. CMU Towson, fun fact, that was a mutually requested game, right, Felix?
Yep.
Yeah. We'll get ready to point those out, Felix, just as we go through. Okay, so Court A.
Yes.
Ohio State, Wisconsin. Bowling Green, VCU, Court B, on Savage. The UK versus the UK. Versus Baldwin Wallace and Grand Valley versus Ohio on Jason Stein.
We play on that court.
Yeah, that's because you were complaining about it, so I scheduled you on that court. But in reality, I tried to put a lot. Nobody really plays on that court twice. Generally, I think it happens like once.
I'll defend you here. You put the least,
actually Grand Valley versus Ohio is the largest gap of any the matches here.
So that type of game should be on that court. So I won't.
Yeah, and you'll see a lot of those games, or at least the best we could do, will be on Court D, which shouldn't do much. I mean, it's just a multi-purpose court.
It won't make a difference really, but still.
Ohio State
save your feet.
Really requested game. They received that game, and VCU actually requested to play Bowling Green, so they will receive that game as well. I think that's the only one that was requested.
Yeah.
Yep.
There were quite a bit of games that were requested. So like a lot of them were in the schedule. I think it was less than half were games that weren't scheduled. So like the NCDA scheduled that on everybody's behalf. But a lot of these games you'll see one of those teams or both of those teams actually wanted to play each other. So that's a big key to take away here.
Yeah. In the first round, It was Saginaw who requested with WKU. So that's all from the first round.
Okay. So third Q, move right along. Central versus James Madison. This is a requested match. James Madison actually requested 2 Michigan teams as part of their 2 people. Fun facts. Akron versus Wisconsin. Akron versus WKU. Penn State versus DePaul, which is a repeat from last nationals, which was a close match.
Also mutually requested.
Yeah, mutually requested as well. And the Saginaw versus Kent.
Kent played 35 games, I think, this season, and Saginaw was one of the only schools that they have not played. So,
Well, that's a good round of matches.
yeah.
Also, we have a comment from Jacob Triplett of Bowling Green who says, that court really sucks, though, talking about the home court. So that's not good news to hear, but whatever.
It's fine. I've played on there. It's
We'll
fine.
live.
Both teams are playing on the same surface, so it doesn't matter.
That was very...
Western Kentucky requested to play Akron in that round.
Yeah, I think the headliner in this round is obviously Central against James Madison, with those 2 teams both being top 5 in the country. So I feel like a lot of people are going to be watching that one. But I think that Akron against WKU could end up being a very close game as well, and Penn State against DePaul. And Kent against Saginaw, honestly. But I think Saginaw...
Yeah, this is
Saginaw
one of the
will win
Qs that are close.
Yeah, all 4 of these games could go either way. Especially that JMU against Central Michigan game. I think everyone's going to keep their eyes on that one.
Yeah.
If there was going to be an OT in this one, I'd say for Central versus JMU.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I did a small little calculation for how predicting OT, and it's like our pure chance is about 2 games out of this, and like 2 games out of the 27 total matches that we're going to play on Saturday. 2 of those have the possibility to go into overtime as a pure chance. And as like a more direct chance, it's more like 1 out of 27. So let's hope that happens. But, it could go either way.
That's a good round of games, though.
Yeah, should be fun. All right, so we got... On the Mike Young's court, Grand Valley versus Ohio State, Towson versus Bowling Green, Wisconsin versus Baldwin Wallace, and State versus Ohio. To my knowledge, Grand Valley requested OSU.
That's
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yanks.
I'm not giving you anything.
Interesting note, that's going to be the battle of the 2 team coaches who are also part of the NCBA's executive board.
Right.
Yeah, that'll be fun. And this match, that Grand Valley versus Ohio, technically should have went on Court D. But this is the one time Ohio plays on both, so I apologize to Ohio by putting you on Court D, but I think you'll save your legs because it's like rubber. You'll feel better.
It's not a huge difference, though. It's not as bad as we're talking it up, to be honest.
Yeah.
Played on it a few times. So.
A court. It's made of rubbery material. It's not made of glass, so you'll be fine.
You're going to get hit in the head.
Just not slippery.
Yeah. Towson and Bowling Green. Bowling Green had actually requested that game, and for Wisconsin Platteville, Baldwin Wallace had requested that game, and then Michigan State versus Ohio. That was an NBA scheduled game.
Yeah, I think last year Wisconsin Platteville was one of the most requested teams to play against.
Yeah. They were again this year. Towson and Wisconsin Platteville were the two most requested teams this year.
All right, so let's go to the fifth queue. So we got 5 out of total 7 queues. So we got Kent State versus Western Kentucky, DePaul versus Ohio, which is a nice match, nice even match. Akron versus VCU, and CMU versus UK.
Nice.
So with this, Kent and WKU, this is one of 4. There's only 4 matches that we played on Saturday that are repeats of games that have been played in the 2015-2016 regular season. And right now, Kent and WKU are 1-1 in this series. I don't like scheduling games that have already occurred, but Kent had played, like I said, everybody in the league. So this was our option, and I think this would be a good matchup. I'm sure Kent is looking for a little revenge after their loss to WKU in January, and I'm sure WKU wants to show Kent that it wasn't an accident that they won. So this is an NCDA scheduled game, but DePaul and Ohio was actually mutually requested as well.
Yeah, that's actually Ohio's NCDA ranking is like 21.25 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that leaves them with not a lot of people that would be within their ranking, within their like standard deviation. So
Yeah.
their average actually works out to be the same average everyone else. I think the general average of any of your opponents in the Behind the Madness sheet will be around 9 to 11 out of the 20. 1 to 21 is where it ranges from Grand Valley being 1 to Ohio being 21st.
Yeah.
So.
And then Akron had requested to play Virginia Commonwealth, and for Central and UK, that was a NCDA scheduled game.
All right, moving on to the next one.
And Kent against WKU is going to be an exciting one in that round.
I think so too.
Of all those games, Akron against VCU, I'm interested to see how that one goes too. Should be close.
Yeah, VCU has improved their rank now, so between Akron and VCU, it'll be a very high-profile, high exchange match if you want to go with the Gonzaga exchange. So it should be fun. Okay, 6Q, JMU versus Michigan State. It's a repeat game that they both are.
Michigan State requested.
Yeah, Michigan State requested. Saginaw versus Bowling Green. Towson versus UK. Penn State versus Baldwin Wallace.
Saginaw and Bowling Green. This is another one that had been played during the 2015-2016 season, but that's just how the schedule worked out. I think it'll still be a pretty good game. I know Bowling Green's been touching up some of their players recently, so I think it'll be a good game. And
it is home field advantage, so.
Yep. And Towson and UK, that was a mutually requested game. And Penn State and Baldwin Wallace, that was a NCAA game.
Okay, so that's 6Q.
JMU against Michigan State is going to be a good one, even though they just played a couple weeks ago at that Towson tournament.
Mm-hmm.
But then I also think Towson against Kentucky could be a really good game. I think people are probably not thinking very highly of Kentucky, but they showed up last year at Nationals and they beat Maryland in the first round, which was an upset. So Towson against Kentucky could be a really good game too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So and if you get if you're definitely score an upset at Nationals. Nationals matches are worth double-ish. It depends on the system. I mean, they're generally worth double. So Gonzaga's exchanges are doubled, more prony points per game. So it'll be fun. If you can pull an upset, it'll be worth a lot more. All right, so we'll cap out the last last Q with Wisconsin Platteville versus Kent, Grand Valley versus Akron, and State versus or Ohio State versus VCU.
Kent had requested to play Wisconsin Platteville. I think they wanted a little bit of revenge from last year at Nationals when Wisconsin had upset Kent.
That's going to be a really good game.
Akron and GV, that happened earlier this year, but how the schedule fell.
We requested that one, actually. We requested Ohio State and Akron. So.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. We had a good time playing Akron last time. And I was being selfish. It's my last tournament. I want to play a game that I'm going to have fun. And that was a really fun game when we played Akron at the Central Michigan tournament. So
yeah,
look forward to playing them again.
And Ohio State and VCU, that was an NCAA game.
Okay.
But I think it'll be a really good showcase. I mean, I think this one doesn't have a pretty strong exchange. It might be close to the minimum, but I think still VCU is on its top. So if they can perform well against Ohio State, that'll be nice. A nice boost for their program because I think they're doing really well this year, being strong, playing well. And just having that team chemistry. I don't know. Throwing stuff out there because I probably won't be in the Wednesday thing.
With Court D, there will be nothing that's going on in that court. With the map, 18 teams attending. There's only 27 games, so Nozig did not forget something. There are only 3 games that will be played on the 7th round.
Yeah. That court will be open for anybody that wants to do gladiator. I don't know, maybe elite style, whatever you want to do if you don't want to go home, because adjacent to that and directly, we'll try to finish up at 6 p.m. But that happens then, which will run for about an hour. As usual, our captain's meetings are like a little bit of small talk about current rules proposed, and then more discussion happens in the summer and the off season. So it'll only be like an hour, and then we have room for the executive board. But generally, all teams should be out of the gym by 6, and then captains stay for the captain's meeting, which will I will have the seatings done for the Sunday bracket after that too. So that should be fine. And this is just to look at on your right-hand side, you'll see some of the times you'll have. So we'll try to get the ship trophy ceremony done by 5:15, but cancel that ladies match. That was moved. But generally, same court hours, 8 to 6. So we'll be done.
Should be good.
All right, so I'll just scroll through so you guys can check it out.
Yeah. Anyone have any comments on that first round of games?
No.
The JMU
Okay,
DePaul game is a repeat of Nationals too. The first Nationals that they played them, they brought freeze ball to DePaul. So that was fun. Which is where you, if you get hit, you stand still wherever you get hit, and then your team has to go through your legs to reactivate you.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I got a podcast for that, but I haven't edited it at all because. Anyways. Michigan State PSU, always a great to get like a Big Ten kind of, or Big Ten.
Big Ten, yeah.
Yeah, Big Ten kind of game. It's a good. I remember years back, UK scheduled big style games at Nationals, or requested those because they wanted to play them to use them for recruiting, which is a good idea. I don't know. No, these I like this whole schedule. In terms of ratings, there's like maybe less than 50%. I think it's like 40% of games actually count for more than the minimum exchange. But when I look at everybody who requested everybody, I think everybody's going to be happy with who they wanted to play.
Yeah.
And there's not going to be a lot of grumbling. Because I know if I had to go a different way and say I gotta schedule people so they're within matches that count. Brandon Valley could only play the top 4 people to have matches that would count, and I don't think it would be fun for them. I don't think it would be fun for those people that have such a stressful game.
That's the thing about nationals. It's not only a time in which we finish off the season and crown a champion, but it's also a chance for everyone to get to play teams that they don't get to play every day. It's a chance to mingle with other teams. And like I said, there are only 4 games in our schedule that have been played during the 2015-2016 season, which is pretty great. Originally, when I created one of the first drafts of the final schedule that I thought I had created, it had 9 games that had been played already. But after a few more hours of manipulation and puzzling, finally came up with this. So if anybody's upset about their schedule, I'm sorry, but it meets all the requirements that you guys had all agreed on. So change it for next year, but it's not changing this year.
Okay, I'll share a little small sample of the sheet. But this is totally public. Once we'll post a link on it.
Mm-hmm.
But you could see on your screen, you'll see the reds and the standard deviations of what we're working on. And here's a giant list. This little section at the bottom right. That's a giant list of trades.
And it goes down.
Yeah, it goes down
A lot.
So yeah, no, it's I think it's a really strong schedule, and the average opponent rank is even 10. So you're not getting too beat up on average.
Yeah.
It's good. I like it. I think any passing comments before we get off the air here?
No, I got nothing. Schedule looks good. Thanks to Felix and Zygmus for figuring all that out. Obviously, there's like a couple teams that are going to have harder schedules than others, but that's just how it works. And you guys had the chance to request teams, so like you guys said, you can't really complain about anything too much.
If it was anything that made yourself harder, it was requesting matches.
Yep. Just remember that, keep in mind that if you're requesting games against harder opponents, keep in mind that people are going to request you too.
Yep.
So my general frame of mind is pick someone who's tough, who you want to actually play and have a good game against, and then also pick someone that would be not a guaranteed win, but someone that would be of a lower ranking. That way you do one or the other, and it allows for some. It's hard whenever someone requests number 1 and number 2 in the schedule, and then number 3 requests them. So,
yeah. Which could happen.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So the keys to take away here, if anything, we're really strapped for time on this event, but we're okay. We just have to have teams on the court ready to play when the match completes.
Yeah. Jacob Lesky wants me. Sorry, Jacob Lesky wants me to have you point out one more time the 20-minute half thing, just so everyone's aware of that again.
Yeah. So in the rule book, under the timing, the halftime or the scheduled clock, is a rule that we have. If we have tournament reservation restrictions, we can have the matches go equally down to up to 20 minutes. So from the normal 25-minute halves, we're going to have 25 minutes. We're going to have 20 minutes at nationals just for day 1. The regular Sunday bracket will be regular 25-minute matches because we don't have that many games to play. We do have 27 matches in 7 heats. That's a lot of games. Normally that would be like at least 9.5 to almost 10 hours of gameplay, and that is a really expensive proposition, if anything. But so right now we're gonna have for Saturday 20-minute matches or 20-minute half times. 20-minute halves, 5-minute halftimes.
Yep.
So.
And halftime can be waived also. That's in the rule book as well. If both teams consent to it, halftime can be waived.
Yeah.
So if it's a blowout game and you guys just want to kind of have fun for the second half, that is totally an option. Just make sure that both captains agree on it. Waive halftime, just have fun.
Halftime's a big waste sometimes too. It's just a waste of time. Just keep the game going, especially on this Saturday, pool play type games.
And I think people will like this 40-minute game as opposed to the 50-minute game, just because you're going to be playing at least, at the very minimum, 4 games this weekend. And by day 2, that's 30 less minutes that you played the day before, which I think will help out some of your arms. So don't look at this as like we're cutting you short on time. We are cutting you short on time, but it's for the better.
Yeah, no, it'll be healthy. It'll be better.
The other alternative was cut your third game. So take your pick.
Yeah, had to go. Something had to go.
Yep.
And we couldn't cut the All-Star game because we paid for the shirts, and
it's gonna be good.
And it's gonna be real good.
Yeah.
For our team.
All right, so we'll close this out. That was exactly 2 hours.
Sweet.
Last
thing I want to say. Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, tune in on Wednesday. Also, we're gonna have some captains from around the league are gonna be doing a little podcast that's kind of going more in depth on, reviewing all these scheduled games. So that's all I have to say.
Okay, I'm gonna sign off. This is Miss Brony in Chicago, Illinois. It's really nice outside. This is Average Joe's podcast and my fellow host.
I'm Kevin Bailey from Grand Valley, team captain.
Dylan Fettig, coming to you from Grand Rapids. I am director of league expansion, and I can't talk.
I'm Felix Peroni, president of the NCAA, from Columbus, Ohio.
And this is Average Joe's podcast. As always, thank you for sticking with us for the whole 2 hours. We'll see you guys on Wednesday.